Hello and welcome back. Congratulations on reaching the end of this video course. This is video number 9, and we're going to talk about inside of the webinar funnel. After somebody actually signs up on your front page, what do you do after that when you're done with your live webinar and you've recorded it, you've rendered it, and now it's time to upload it as a webinar replay? What do you do at this point to set everything up so that you can run it automatically? So that's what I'm going to show in this particular video. So here's what the funnel looks like. It's not complex at all. You can add things to it to make it the experience a lot better if you want to, but you don't have to necessarily. So as you can see up at the top here, we have the registration page. So that's the initial page that everybody is going to see. And then, of course, they're going to sign up for the live webinar. So what I suggest that you do is you have a live webinar. And if you're just getting started out, that's fine. But you want to have a live webinar because you want to be able to interact with people. And then I would recommend that you use either GoToWebinar, or if you don't want to pay that high-end monthly fee, then Webinar Geo, that's Webinar Geo, is another good option. But we've actually created a discount for Webinar Geo, and we'll talk about that at the end of the video. But for now, as you can see here, you have the live webinar. Once you've recorded that webinar and you want to start a evergreen webinar process, meaning you're constantly raking in and you're producing an automated money-making machine, that's the green part. So the green part here is the webinar replay page. So you're going to upload your webinar to YouTube or Vimeo. You're going to place it on a page, and then it's over here. And of course, this registrar page right here is going to turn into a webinar replay page. So everything that deals with like a live webinar wordage, it's going to change to watch this webinar replay or watch this webinar. So if you think about, you're just taking this page here and you're turning it into a webinar replay page, and then you've got it directly directed to a webinar replay page, and then of course you got it directed to an offer page. And that's pretty much it. It's not complex at all. Now, if you were to set up an evergreen webinar, for example, funnel, then you can have a webinar replay lead generation page here, and then you redirect them to, sign up for the webinar replay. So you could set things, for example, the EverWebinar or Webinar Geo is able to do this, but you can set things up so that they can view the webinar replay at a certain time, or they can view it immediately, and then you create a experience that feels like it's a live webinar. So you could add chat, you can add other things to it as well. And then of course, the nice thing about these types of systems like EverWebinar and Webinar Geo is you can set it up so that at a certain time during the actual webinar, when you actually talk about the offer, you can actually present the offer page. All right. So if you're not using Webinar Geo or EverWebinar, then the problem is everything is manual. So they see the offer right off the bat. They could get distracted by that, and then you could either lose sales. Now, some cases actually work better that way, and some cases work better the other way. So it really comes down to testing it out and seeing what actually works. So we've tested both ways and found that when something works the best, we will generally stick with that. So that's why I say there's really no one size fits all solution. So that's what it comes down to. So like I said, EverWebinar is a solution, but that does cost a good amount of money. It's about over $1,000. And then Webinar Geo, as you can see here, it is a GoToWebinar alternative. Plus, it has the ability to run evergreen webinars. So it's essentially EverWebinar and GoToWebinar combined. So you can save thousands of dollars. Now, we were able to actually work out a deal with the vendor so you can get 40% off coupon. But in order to do that, you'll need to see the text file that comes along with this video course to get access to that coupon. All right. Well, thanks again for watching this video course, and congratulations again on finishing it, because most people don't actually watch all the way through. All right. So take this information and apply it and take action today.